So let's get into some more box model. Some more box model as in margin padding. Okay, then we'll also understand the difference between 100% versus auto. We'll also understand what is the meaning of percentage today. Today we'll understand margin padding. We'll also understand what are some units like viewport height, viewport width for width and height. You know what I'm saying? So we can give the width and height value using another set of units called viewport height and viewport width. So if time permits, we'll understand that also. Alright. Okay. So we have been talking about box model. So box, there are 4 box: content box, padding box, border box, margin box, in the order. Right? Starting from the content, that is the order in which the box model is present. Now we have understood how to give width to the content. We have also understood border. The 2 more which are remaining is margin and padding. What is it? Margin and padding. By nature, both margin and padding are like space. They are both the properties are there to have some space. So we can we can add more space within the border also and outside the border. If you want space between border and the content, then we use what is called as padding. Between border and content, if you want a space. Margin is, let's say you want a space outside the border. Okay, you know what I'm saying? If you want space outside the border, then it is actually called margin. Space between the border and the content is padding. Again, both of them, we can, they are available, they are space available. It's like a box in all the 4 directions. So the directions, we call it like top, bottom, left and right. But the order we mention is top, bottom, right and then left, just like a clockwise direction. Top, okay, right, actually it is right, and then bottom and then left, just like clockwise direction. 4 different values, 4 different directions are there. So while giving the value also, it is possible to specify the space individually, or particular side you can give the value for both padding and margin. So let's say there is a padding, we can say padding left. That's what I mean, specific direction. Let's say you want margin top, you can say margin top. Okay, margin top, padding left, particular value we can give. It is also possible. Sorry, I have a question. Anyone has a question? Praveen Kumar. Okay, I'm not sure who has joined actually. Okay, anyone knows Praveen Kumar? Alright, no issues. So padding left, margin top. I was telling, like, I'm just giving an example. It is possible to mention in all the 4 directions. So these are basically spacing units, and they are there around the content, around the border in all the 4 directions. When it comes to syntax, we have variety of syntax with these two things. Okay, so maybe I think I will limit that syntax for tomorrow. Okay, so first let's understand why to buy at the syntax. Okay, so let's take some examples. Yeah, so let's see these examples. How do I comment HTML? Control /. Now I have some element. Let's see which element I have. I have a box, right? I have a box. Let me add something in the box. Yeah, so let's say box. And yes, not typography. We are now practicing box model. The box model. Yeah, okay, this is because of border radius. Yesterday we understood what is border radius. I can remove the border radius part. Yeah, so now you see this content is touching the border. Why? Because of there is no space between the border and the content. That is why. Yeah, the box, or even if you see in this paragraph also on the top, you see that content is almost stick to the border everywhere, which is not nice, correct? Yeah, that is the purpose of having the spacings, padding, or even the margin as well. So let's, for this paragraph, I'll just increase the padding. I can give padding one single value. This is one syntax. You see what I've done? I've given padding 5 pixel. You see now it is kind of applied in all the direction. You see mouse over. I'm just doing mouse over on this value 5 pixel. You see that it is showing, okay, what is a space it is applied, in which direction it is applied. So it looks like in all the direction it is applied. Same value. Yeah. So this is what I was saying. There are like 4 constituent properties. We can also mention the shorthand. Instead of telling everything padding right 5, 5, 5, 5, you can just write one value. But you see, first understand the purpose is so important, not the syntax. Syntax, if you Google it, you will get it. Yeah. So between the border and the content, if you would like the space is good. Right spacing is always good. That will actually improve the look and feel. It is not the color. It is not the other style that you give. Spacing is very important aspect when you are making any UI. Any pages you are designing, space is very important. See, this is looking good. This has extra space. How I can give? Again here, so let's say I want only one value. Okay, I want padding. Yeah, let me give the same thing. I mean same space, padding left 5 pixel, padding top. Okay, padding top 5 pixel. If I want individually, I can mention individually also, and then that is going to highlight and tell me, okay, whether, okay, looks like it's not showing, whereas the previous one was showing. Interesting. Okay, fine, no issues. Yeah, if you inspect this whole element, now it is showing that padding is there. Yeah, the green area is actually because of padding. When you inspect this element in the elements panel also, you should catch with the color itself whether it is padding which is applied, margin it is applied, or is it like content itself has some gap. From the color you should learn this color also. Yeah, padding is green, content is yellow, the blue, and then so we will see the margin also. Let's say you see now paragraph, I have not given anywhere margin, but from the user agent style there is already a margin which is applied. Which side it is applied? Top margin, and you see bottom margin. I don't see in the left, I don't see in the right, but it has been applied, and that is an orange color. Because of margin, okay, these two elements are not you know, kind of touching each other. Correct? So let's say I don't want margin bottom for the paragraph. If I don't want, I can make it 0 also. Do you see this is looking good? Do you see this is looking good? No, not really. Spacing is always good. Yeah, you can increase it also. So you can totally remove the margin or padding by giving 0. 0 if you are giving no unit. You don't need to mention pixel. In CSS, anywhere if you are writing 0, you don't need to mention the unit. What I am trying to say, it is possible to nullify the value also. I am telling existing margin was there. Okay, fine. Yeah. Now let's see the other values. It is also possible to give negative value also for both, for a margin. At least I can understand margin. Let's see in the negative values. I am just giving -1 pixel. See what is happening. Yeah. So this paragraph now has negative margin. Because of that, okay, so this element is coming on top. It's kind of overlapping. Getting what I'm saying? Yeah. Or let us say I give margin, okay, left. Let me apply the same negative margin in the margin left side. Okay, margin left. See what happens? The element goes inside now. Half cut. Yeah. If you do the same thing and write negative value, it is again some part is cut. And it is increasing even the scroll also. You will understand? It is possible to give negative values also. Yeah, generally we try to give in case of margin, so that we pull the element bit up or we push the element bit inside. Okay. Yeah. So this is a basic understanding of what is padding and what is margin. Any questions so far with padding and margin?
No.
No. Yeah. So first thing understand, they are used for spacing. Spacing is very important. Yes. The syntax are there. Okay. So I will not tell you all the syntaxes. Maybe I think I'll give you as a homework, self-assignment for you guys, because all of you are matured enough to understand. There are so many syntax to margin and padding. Yeah, if you are not following, let's say margin 0, margin 2 values, margin 3 values, margin 4 values. Okay, so what is the meaning? I just now told you individual values also. Yeah, what is possible? You can actually practice all this example. Okay, syntax wise, I think it's okay. First understand, these are basic. The fundamental thing is they are both used for space. Fine. Fine. Now one thing, yeah. So there's another important concept that we have actually understood. Now I would like to mention that again. See the padding. Yeah, we have learned width, correct? Height, we have learned padding, margin. Okay, we have learned these core properties. Yeah, of course we have learned border also. But one important point now to discuss is these will actually not work for inline elements. saying? For inline elements, yeah, you cannot specify the width. You cannot, I mean, you can specify, but it will not work as expected. I cannot give width. I cannot give, actually, I can give padding both on left and right side, but not on top and bottom. Again, margin, it's not margin, can be given horizontally but not vertically for inline elements. Yeah, so let's see an example now. How does it look like? Okay, so point is, inline elements, yeah, does not support width, height, yeah, padding, margin. Okay, so let's add an inline element. Okay, one of you tell me what is an inline element. Give me an example of inline element. Let's take, yeah, let's take a, a button.
Like ankle tag button.
Yeah.
It occupies the only how much content. That much only it occupies the border.
Correct. That is what is width. Width is auto, right? Width auto means, we understood, it takes width same as its content. But then let's see what is button now. It says it is inline block. I think it is not inline element. Okay, so we will discuss what is that inline block also. Yeah, so what is it? Button is not the right element. We will take a span element. What is it? I'll take a span. There is one tag called span. Okay, this is span. So why is it important? Why are we talking about this? Because this is important, to carefully choose an inline element or a block element. You want to style something, you want to make it like a block, you want to create like a, for example, anchor tag. We know that we are able to style anchor tag like a button. Yeah, correct. This anchor tag, we want to style it like a button. How do we do it? Okay, so let's give for this span element, okay, some margin, okay, 5 pixel. What I gave margin 5 pixel. Did I give 5 pixel? Yes. How do I understand? Like, okay, I've given 5 pixel. See, even this, it is showing in this diagram itself, it is given 5 pixel. But when you see it is applied, we could see only it is applied, it is visible only in the horizontal direction, not in the vertical direction. This is what I was saying about margin. Same case for padding also. Do you see it is applied? Actually, it shows like it is applied. Yeah, but did it increase the height with padding? Okay, let me just take the height now, 27. Let me just remove it and check the height. Oh, 17. Yeah, it is increasing. But then, okay, you have to understand one thing. Okay, you see that it is kind of overlapping with other element. Padding looks like applied. If it would have applied, it should have actually distanced some more from the box. This is what I meant, like, okay, even though it looks like applied, you will not see that. See, it should reserve, right? So let me apply for this element. For box, okay, yeah, I'll put some padding now. Let's say padding. Just observe the gap between, between the box and the above box, or it could be like, you see what is happening? Maybe I'll give higher value, then you will understand. Yeah, and of course it is not going to increase the space between the elements, because padding is only between the boundary. Yes, do you see that the padding is fully within this box? Let me remove the border radius also. Yeah, let me apply border for this span also, then we'll be able to understand. Border 1 pixel solid. Yeah, this itself is showing that it is going to overlap. So let's say without padding it was just correct, it was not overlapping, nothing. But I gave padding, okay, not giving me an expected output and correct thing. So this is what I meant to say vertical, but horizontal it is fine. See, horizontal it will push the element. You see, anchor tag it will just shift from its normal position. It is shifting because it is increasing width. Okay, now same thing with height also. Let me give height 100 pixel. See that? Yeah, what is it? Display inline property prevents height from having an effect. Here they itself saying no, it is not applied. Why you are wasting your time? Correct? Same thing. I try to give width. See, that is also saying no, why you are wasting your time? This property has no effect. Yeah. So in summary, understand, and this is a very important question also in terms of the interview. The very basic thing they will ask you is this question only. Okay. So width and height don't have any effect. Padding and margin, they work along horizontal direction only.